Hey guys, welcome to 2019. It's been a very interesting start to the year. It's been an interesting end to the year, and overall, 2018 has been a very unique year. In fact, if I were to recap on it very briefly, it's been a good year for me. I remember starting the year telling myself this is going to be a big year, something big's going to happen, and it's going to blow my mind. It's going to be, oh, what's, you know what I mean? And sure enough, we went through a 5-month strike and everything leading up and finishing. It's definitely had a huge wow factor. And there's a lot of things I learned along the way, a lot of things I kind of wish I did differently. Actually, I know I wish I did differently, but overall as a package, 2018 has been the interesting year that I wanted to get out of it. Lots of learning. But with that said, too, there's definitely room for improvement. Probably the single biggest thing that I wish I did more of was making more videos. But it's a learning process, and I'm getting there. But this is not what this video is about. This video is actually a little bit on the sad side of things. Since we've started going back to work, I've been actually on the lucky side of things for getting hours and whatnot. So for me, things have kind of went back to normal pretty quickly. But I'm connected to a bunch of other sites, and I'm hearing a lot of stories, and there's a lot of people that are like, this is worst case scenario, like yeah. This isn't what this is going to be about. I don't want to go into that. Needless to say, I'm not happy with how it turned out. I think that it could have went a different way, and it didn't. So anyway, so we're back in there, and actually I should probably address this right now. My hand is messed up. A couple of months before the strike, my hand was getting worse and worse and worse. I was getting tingly and numbness and whatever else, and I was getting concerned with it. But because the strike was coming, and I knew it was going to be coming, I knew I was going to have time off to take a break from dealing, and my hand felt immediately better. I think only throughout the strike I had a couple of moments where maybe I was on the computer pretty intently, where I even just barely noticed anything. And so I just figured, yeah. So anyway, going back into work again, I was nervous about it because of the hand thing. Like, is it going to be a problem? And sure enough, it's a problem. And one of my challenges is I like to figure things out for myself for the most part. I'm very active with problem solving, and I have a really hard time trying to get help or asking for help. And so when I do ask for help, I'm usually at the end of my limits of what I think I can do. So I've work's now aware of it. They know about the hand thing. They've told me to go see a doctor. I've seen a doctor today. I'm going to get some weird testing done. They're going to put needles into my arm, and they're going to basically test the nerves and the muscles and make sure, they're going to do their tests. The downside, though, is it's going to take a couple of months, or up to a couple of months, before I can even do that test. And they've told me that I just basically go to work, or just, just go to work. And I'm like, but my hand hurts. I can't. So I'm going to go to work. I'm actually going to get a second opinion, and then I'm going to go to work. And yeah, I'm literally taking it day by day, week by week on that. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully this won't turn into a big blunder for the year. Maybe it'll be a good thing, if I can say bad health, I think it could be a good thing. But as long as it doesn't turn into surgery and all other drama, and it helps motivate me to get to my 3 points that I'm going to talk about later, or in a moment here, that is, yeah, let's get into that, I guess. Without further ado. I don't really normally care to do New Year's resolutions. I normally find them to be little lies that we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better going into the year. And for those that can make good on their promises, all the good for you. But for most people, they don't really have a plan. However, I've got some interesting experiences in my past where even without a plan, I don't know, you've probably heard the law of attraction. I'm not a law of attraction, like, I don't know what to put it, but I've had things happen to me by using that exercise that has given me surprising results. Very eerie, actually. So like even in 2018, this is gonna be a big wow year, and sure enough, it happened. So this year, there's 3 critical things that I'm looking for. 4th, if you want to include not having a problem with my wrist. The first one is I want a girlfriend. Like, I it's been a few years, and I, yeah, you know, enough said on that, right? I, I, well, yeah, yeah, I want a girlfriend. I, I need that, and I don't know. Anyway, the second thing is I want to make more videos. In 2018, I definitely had a lot of opportunity and time to make videos. A lot of it's learning. A lot of this was anticipating things that never happened, yada, yada, yada. But in 2019, I got a little more systems on making scripts and stuff. I want to, you know, just try to get better at putting out my theory, because realistically, the last video on my theory was back in like March, you know, so it's like a whole year went by. So I want to work on my theory more. The third thing is I want to no longer be a dealer. My job as a tables dealer is very underappreciated. Every day, it's depressing. You know, once in a blue moon, I have a fun day and I like it, but it's not appreciated. You know, it's a hard job, and like, don't get me wrong, it's given me an opportunity to pay the rent and invest in some tools that I need. But I think it's time to kind of move on from doing that. So I don't know what that means. I like a lot of people that I work with, so I'm not necessarily looking for an exit, even though I don't like Gateway as a company. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that's going to look like, but it could be a combination of things, and it doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen this month, right? It could be whenever. As long as my hand's good, I'll stick it through it. But that's a big goal, is for me to do more videos and less dealing. And yeah, that'd be great. So anyway, before this gets too rambly and, you know, I start spinning off all out of the blues, yeah, I mean, I'm doing my best to keep my chin up, but it has been a pretty depressing couple of months, and I don't anticipate that's going to change anytime soon. But I'm going to try to stay strong with it. I've been in darker, deeper ruts, so this isn't even really a rut. This is just a bump for a growth. So I don't know. So there's a lot to stay tuned for. Oh, and another thing, I got 3 videos actually that I'm working on. They're all on planning. I tried to get them out around about for the start of the year, but with my wrist, it's really stopped me from doing that. I've got them all rough cutted, like I just got to polish it up, but each video probably has a good 10 hours of work to do in it anyways, so it's going to really come down to my wrists, and I'm going to try. Doing this is a little different because I'm basically going to do basic cuts and send it. This is just a vlog. Nothing too fancy or critical needs to happen. Just getting the message out there. So yeah, look forward to that, and look forward to, well, a lot of things, I hope. 2019 is going to be an interesting year, even if I'm starting it kind of in the blues. That just means I can only go up from here, right? Yeah, so I mean, as far as you guys goes, you know, like, I hope you're having a good New Year's. I hope your Christmas went well, and I hope that you're making promises that you can actually keep to yourself. And till next time, have yourself a good one.